Tackle. Restock on food, fuel, and bait at locally owned Station 371 right on Highway 371 in Pine River. You can get your hunting and fishing license, quality Texas gasoline, and of course your bait and tackle. Station 371. Those listening to the Mark Levin Show, you can finish that up tonight on 3WI AM 1270, FM 96.3. That's 3WI AM 1270, FM 96.3. On yourliveevent.com, it just wrapped up over in Aiken, the final year of the Mid-State Conference Wrestling Tournament. Congratulations to Staples Motley, ranked number 5 in the state in Class A. They are the last Mid-State Conference champions. Big thanks to the crew that helped out for our coverage today over in Aiken for the Mid-State Conference Wrestling Tournament. Here, we get set for a girls basketball matchup with the River-Backus Tigers and the Blackduck Drakes. B Squad, River-Backus won pretty handily, 65-30. We expect a very competitive game in this varsity matchup. Taking a look at these two clubs coming in, Blackduck 9-6 overall. They are 3-3 in Northwoods Conference play. Coming off a loss last week on Thursday. Yeah, that's right. Middle of the season, an 8-game layoff for the Drakes. They lost that one to the ranked Panthers, 76-57. Blackduck's coming into tonight, 53.7 points a game. They're allowing 49.5. This is a Blackduck team that won just 7 games last season, already with 9 here in the 2023-24 season. For the River-Backus Tigers, they are coming in 5-9. They played last night, so they're wrapping up a busy week with a back-to-back. They lost to 13th-ranked Walker Hackensack Akeley 72-45. The Tigers 5-9 overall, but they are also 3-3 in Northwoods Conference play. For the Tigers, 54 points per contest. They're allowing 58.4 points per game. The Tigers last year were 13-15. One of those wins was against Blackduck. They defeated the Drakes 63-28. It was the Tigers' third straight win in the series. So you don't have to go terribly far into the history to find the last win for the Blackduck Drakes. That came in the 2020 season. Coming off the Friday night, of course, the teams will have the weekend off. The Blackduck will be back in action Monday versus Red Lake County for the PRB Tigers. On Tuesday, they will travel to Nevis for their rematch with the Nevis Tigers. That's a look at these two teams as we come into tonight's broadcast. We will hear from both head coaches. We've got your starting lines. We'll take a look at the schedule, the Northwoods Conference standings, all of that when and if we get those chances as we welcome you to girls basketball to wrap up this very cold week here in central Minnesota. That's going to be changing soon. This is the Station 371 pregame show. We'll be back with more after this on KOKS Talk 100, radio online at rjbroadcasting.com and on yourliveevent.com. League at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Piers, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
Here in beautiful central Minnesota, we get to enjoy nature every day. At Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative, we understand because we live, work, and play here too. However, just because you're not in the big city doesn't mean you can't have access to great internet service. Let MLEC Fiber give you the fast and reliable internet you deserve. Check to see if MLEC Fiber is available where you live.
We are back on the Station 371 pregame show. We've got girls hoops tonight, and joining us is Tucker Sheely, head coach for the PRB Tigers. Great to be back here, and it's a busy week for the Tigers, wrapping it up with Blackduck in town. Thanks for a couple minutes before we tip off tonight.
Absolutely, thank you.
You're coming off a tough loss to one of the top teams, not only in the conference, but certainly in the section and state in Walker Hackensack Akeley. 72-45. With a quick turnaround, let's start there. After a loss to a close rival, what was the message for the team to get ready to come right back at it tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we lost to a good team last night. I mean, Walker's been playing really good basketball, and expect them to have a really good shot at making a run here in the section. And so I was happy with our girls. We battled really well that first half. We took them out of some of the things they like to do. I think they struggled with our pressure early, and then they kind of fell into that 1-2-2 zone. We didn't quite adjust quickly enough to that part of the game, and so that ended up kind of being our downfall there. But learned a lot, and obviously we have them on the schedule again later this season, and then hopefully get a crack at them here in the playoff too. So it's one of those things that we didn't like the outcome, but we can definitely learn from that, and that was the message today in film here before the game.
With Blackduck, you won this matchup pretty handily last year. They come in with a little better record. What have you been able to gather about the Drakes team and what this year's version looks like?
Yeah, I feel like these last couple of years, this team has gotten better and better. So credit to the coaches at Blackduck, but they have a couple of ball handlers that aren't afraid to try to run the floor. I know number 50 likes to shoot the three, so we're going to try to take that away from them tonight. And then they got a decent post game and kind of put back, look for those offensive rebounds. So our plan tonight is going to be pressure them. I mean, I think that's one of our advantages, and then try to utilize our depth. And obviously we're young in a few positions, but we've definitely taken steps forward and gotten better here as the season's progressed. So hoping to see some of those younger girls step into some bigger roles again tonight.
Oh, and that's where I want to go next with you, Tucker, because it has been a little bit since I've seen this team. We're lightly into the second half of the season. You're sitting at 5-9. The growth of this team from where you started, the expectations to where you're at right now. What are your thoughts on this club?
They're actually exceeding my expectations. I mean, we're young. We have 2 seniors, 2 juniors, and all the rest are 8th, 9th, and 10th graders. And so we kind of expected to have a little bit of a steep learning curve this year, and they've taken it in stride. I've been really impressed with their ability to come back after a game like last night and in film session today, just upbeat, and I think they're ready to attack the Drakes here tonight.
When it comes to execution on the floor, what are some of the biggest points of growth that you have seen from this team, especially maybe over the last couple weeks as we got over that halfway hump?
Yeah, I mean, I think our guards are attacking a little bit better. We're the focus has been try to get to the free throw line, or at least make girls defend and give the referees a decision at the rim. And then that we still have some confidence that we need to work on with a couple of our outside shooters. But definitely in particular Brianna, I feel like has played well here these last couple of games. She's a great leader for us inside. Doesn't always finish like she wants to, but she's great footwork and just such a hard worker. So we'll try to get our post game going early with her and
Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything. Sophomore Sawyer Chulacek and sophomore Mimi Bukers. That's once again for the PRB Tigers, Aloradol, Hannikin, Eladol, Chulacek, and Bukers. Girls are tossing t-shirts. Aloradol tried to surprise me with one. You know, I wasn't even seeing it. That would have hit me smack in the face. Probably put me out of commission for tonight. But it was a very, very good gesture from one Miss Aloradol. So we get set here for our action here tonight as the PRB Tigers in the black jerseys, black shorts, orange numbers and letters. The Blackduck Drakes in the white jerseys, white shorts, maroon numbers and letters trimmed in gold. The Tigers will go to my left and the Drakes will go to my right as we get ready to start tonight's contest. It's going to be Aloradol and Kenley Anderson set to tip, and the opening tip controlled by the PRB Tigers. Mimi Bukers to the left side block, lost the handle on the ball and turns it over. Coach Takashili just talked about how he wanted the Tigers to attack the lane, and Bukers did just that, but that one slipped out of her hands, and the Drakes come back. Coach for Blackduck Handguard talked about the turnovers, and there's almost one right there. Said that his team, they're averaging 23.7 turnovers per game. They just about turned it back over. Now the officials are going to discuss whether that was, actually it's a shot clock thing, not so much that one was touched over on the near side. And they're going to put 31 on the shot clock as Mills will inbound right underneath of us here atop overlooking the gym. She's got it running the point. PRB in a 2-3 zone defensively on the right side. Sunval. 2-3 zone can be dangerous for three-point shooters, and Coach Hangard talked about if Sunval and Cook get going behind the line, that's when the Drakes really start cooking on offense. Now here's a drive, and there is a takeaway. Hannikin on a tip pass up ahead, looking for Aloradol, and she has it swiped away from behind by Cook. Out of bounds, and PRB will inbound underneath. We're 37 seconds in so far. Each team has a turnover, and we are scoreless. Sawyer Chulinchik to the right side, Eladol. Drakes are in a zone defense as well, a 2-3 look. Aloradol at the top, left side. Chulinchik back to Aloradol. Plenty of time yet to shoot. Eladol dumps it to Bukers. Tigers looking to get it inside. Now Ella launches a long three. This one off to the left side. Rebound tap. Chulinchik slaps it back in. It's into Eladol's hands. She gets it blocked by Kenley Anderson out of bounds. Pine River-Backus keeps it. Anderson averages 1.3 blocked shots a game for the Drakes. Inbounds inside the paint to Hannikin. Hannikin stumbled, lost her balance, and the Tigers will turn it over. Just underway here in Pine River tonight. Again, the JV for PRB1 handily 65-30. I want to thank Station 371 once again for sponsoring our pregame show. Here's Anderson into the front court. Spinning, double team. Tigers looking for the traps. Anderson lost the handle, and now Sunval dribbled it off the ankle of Hannikin. Bukers comes, knocks it into the backcourt. The Drakes recover. Long pass near side to Cook. She steps in, fires for three, missed everything short, and we're going to have a foul on the rebound as Callie Gross kind of reached through Sawyer Chulinchik trying to tip it out. PRB will inbound. Drakes are going to have some three-quarters court pressure look here with a 1-2-2. No score, a minute and a half in. Hannikin across the timeline. Zips it to the near side wing. Back to the top. Quick reversal to the right side wing. Aloradol has it to the top. Ella. Almost a 1-2-2 look actually back. I said 2-3 earlier. This is a 1-2-2 zone for the Drakes. Aloradol drives, kicks it to Chulinchik. Chulinchik zips it over. Hannikin, 10-footer, baseline. This one rolls off the left side, and Kenley Anderson goes up for the Blackduck rebound. Tigers putting pressure on all over the court, knowing perhaps that they can turn this Drakes team over. Cook across the timeline, got it poked away by Aloradol. Turnover on the Drakes. Dahl on the left side gets blocked by Anderson. A second block by Kenley Anderson. Here come the Drakes. It's Gross to the right side. Sunval. She lays it in, and it takes 2 minutes and 15 seconds, but somebody's finally on the board. It's 2-0 in favor of the Drakes. Drake's looking for their 10th win this year after winning just 7 last year. PRB won this matchup handily last year, but Coach Tucker Shealy said that Blackduck had this group, some of these seniors coming up, and they've been improving every year as they pass down inside, slapped out of bounds. Inbounds to Tulinchek on the baseline, puts up the runner, left it short, got her own rebound. Second chance, Alora Dahl, left side, wing 3, bingo! Alora Dahl from downtown Pine River-Backus grabs a 3-2 lead with a nice assist from Buchers, and now we're going to have, well, actually, I thought there was going to be a foul. I saw an official flash a number, but nope, it was just a deflection out of bounds. Drake's inbounding to Mills. Pass through the press. You usually don't dribble to beat a good press. You got to pass through it. Blackduck did just that. Ball never hit the floor, but now Cook double teamed, and it's taken away again. Alora Dahl with the steal. Down the left side. Goes off the window. No, but we're going to get a block and a foul against Annika Sunball, and Alora Dahl will go to the free throw line. 3 minutes into our opening half here in Pine River. 3-2 Tigers in front. Alora Dahl to the line for 2. First one for the senior, off to the right. Not a big student section tonight with, of course, wrestling was in action. Boys basketball at Sabika. Alora misses both of them. Anderson grabs the rebound, double teamed, and I think we're going to have a foul on Pine River-Backus here. Tulinchek tried to reach in and tie her up, and she'll pick up the personal. Tigers with their full court press, 1-2-2, obviously looking for the traps. Here's Cook and a pass to Anderson, tipped away by Hannikin. Hannikin read that one well. Blackduck's 4th turnover. Here's Tulinchek, long 2, right side. That one off the mark. Long rebound, and Buchers has it. Another second chance for the PRB Tigers. That's their 3rd offensive rebound already. Buchers down the baseline, tiptoeing, and tried to hit Tulinchek on the near side, misfired. And that's the 3rd turnover against the PRB Tigers. Substitution coming in for Pine River-Backus. Couple of them as sophomore Kaylee Johnson and sophomore Ariana Burns comes into the contest. Buchers and Elladal will go take a seat. Mills dribbling through the pressure this time. Nice job. Goes all the way to the left side. Hits the brakes. Kicks it out to Cook. They go around to Sunball. Puts up the 3. This one around and out. The rebound tapped out, and it's collected by Alora Dahl. Alora Dahl ahead of the pack down the left side. She goes up. Missed it short. Puts it on the deck. Goes over to Hannikin. Another extra chance. Hannikin with the drive. Block and a foul by Kenley Anderson. And Hannikin will head to the free throw line. No stats for the Tigers. Blackduck not a great free throw shooting team, just 53% as a team. Hannikin's got 2 on the way. First one is up and perfect. Tomorrow here on KLKS, a big girls basketball matchup. Pequot Lakes at Rock Ridge as Hannikin drops in the second free throw. 5-2 and a pass on the near side. Knocked out of bounds. Good anticipation there by Ariana Burns. Mills will inbound it. Gives it to Cook. Drakes have 4 turnovers. Really haven't had much for shots. Tigers have turned them over, and that was one of the fears from Coach Hangard for this Blackduck squad. Cook, top of the key, steps into one, puts it up hard off the board on the right side, and the rebound right to Brianna Hannikin. Johnson pushes up to Alora Dahl. Johnson open at the top. Hannikin lobbing it into Burns. Burns goes up. She is fouled. And that might be number 2 already on the senior, Kenley Anderson. Pretty sure it's on her, and nope, they're actually, yeah, there it is. Now they corrected it. And it is number 2 on Anderson, and Ariana Burns to the free throw line. Sophomore in off the bench for the Tigers. First one, nothing but net. And after Blackduck scored first, it took 2:15 into the game for someone to score. PRB has scored 6 straight, and now we're going to have a swipe and a foul, and now that's going to be number 2 on Sawyer Tulinchek. Ella Dahl quickly off the bench, and Sawyer will go take a seat. 13:43 to go here, first half. 6-2 Tigers in front. Inbounds to Mills. trying to avoid the double team. Drops it back to Sunval. Sunval in trouble, gives it to Cook. Cook, she's got someone wide open down the floor. It's Gross, and Gross will lay it up and in. Gross, the benefactor of that one, as the Tigers nearly had a turnover. Instead, it turns into a layup for the Blackduck Drakes. Here come the Tigers quickly back the other way. Working to my left here in the first half, it's Ella Dahl across the baseline. Alora spots up for three. This one too strong. Right into Brianna Hannigan. She got it blocked by Gross, and then Gross trying to save it, stepped on the line. It'll stay with PRB. That was a really nice block by Callie Gross. Substitution for Blackduck, Kylie Moen. Kylie Moen, a sophomore forward, will come in. She'll replace Anderson with the 2 fouls. Inbounds to Johnson. Back to the corner. Good screen by Hannigan. Left to Laura Dahl. Wide open for 3. She missed everything. Into the hands of Blackduck Sunval. Sunval on the right side. They've got numbers, but she airmails the pass over the top of Gross. And that'll be turnover number 5 on the Blackduck Drakes. 12:59 to go here in our opening half. It is 6-4 Pine River-Backus. Devin Kruger here with you. Here's the inbounds. Quick 3, left side off the mark from Sunval. Rebound, Kaylee Johnson. On the sprint, Johnson to the right side, and that one was tipped by Gross. Saves it into Ella Dahl. Here's inside to Burns. Burns steps, goes into, and is blocked by Kylie Moen. Burns was a little off balance, and Moen able to take advantage with a good stuff. That's the 4th block shot for this Blackduck team. Sunval to Gross, back to Sunval. Blackduck can tie or take the lead with a 3. Mills left side, dribbles down in, spins around. Mills into the lane, got by the defense, too strong off the glass. Gross offensive rebound. Her putback is off the mark, and the rebound off the foot of Gross. And it's Pine River-Backus basketball. Coming in, we did have stats for the Drakes. Sunval and Cook both at 11.7 a game. Mills at 10.4. Here's a pass, Ella Dahl, and that one too strong over the head of Hannigan. Well, we've got 10 combined points. We have 9 combined turnovers. That's number 4 on Pine River-Backus. Coach Hangard said that he knew it might not be clean for Blackduck in the first few minutes, but they haven't quite righted the ship yet. Here's Moen and a kick out to Sunval. Up top to Cook, and that one over her fingertips, and another Blackduck turnover. 6 minutes in, 6-4 the score, and 6-4 is the turnovers. Blackduck with 6 and PRB with 4. Tigers lead on the scoreboard. Alora Dahl to the right side. They go back to Ella. Buchers left side, puts it on the deck. Buchers, runner, baseline. That one over everything. Right into the hands of Mills. Mills pushing it down the left side. Puts on the brakes, bounces one to Cook. Cook looks right, goes back left. Mills pump fakes the 3. Drives in, tried to drop it into Moen. Pass was knocked loose. Mills collects it. Over to Sunval. She'll launch a quick 3. Back iron, no. And the rebound to Ella Dahl. She breaks out. Dahl trying to beat the Drakes back. Puts it high off the window. That one off the mark. Sunval did a good job defensively getting back. And the Drakes collect the rebound. Cook between 2 defenders to Sunval. Lots of scrambling with these 2 teams and trying to find some offense. Cook launches a 3. No. Mills all alone. Weak side rebound, scores. Mills did a wonderful job reading that. Puts it up and in. We are tied at 6, and we have a timeout. With 11:09 to go here in the first half. Timeout taken by Pine River-Backus, and we'll step away as well. 6-6 here in the early goings with Blackduck and PRB here on KOKS and YourLiveEvent.com.
Are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
We're back with you here, Devin Kruger. 11:06 to go, first half. Brianne Hannigan, right side, kicks it out to Ella Dahl. We're tied at 6 after the PRB timeout. Marissa Mills with a nice offensive rebound and putback. Brianna Hannigan from the baseline, put it off the front of the iron. Rebound tipped into the hands of Mills. Drake's got the opening bucket. PRB scored 6 straight. Now Drake with back-to-back. Here's Mills. Nice feed. Gross rejected by Mimi Buchers. Substitution for Pine River-Backus as junior Aaliyah Lewis will check in for Elladall. Each team has a starter on the bench with 2 early fouls. Inbounds from Blackduck to Sunval. Sunval backs it out, goes cross court. That's a new player coming in at Bailey Nord, a sophomore. She came in during the timeout. Now a pass, that one was tipped by Johnson, and they're going to say re-tipped by Nord. Nord kind of looked over towards the bench in question, but I really didn't see that one cleanly, whether she re-tipped it or not. Drakes with a couple substitutions as Anderson is back in with 2 personal fouls. Now here's Aaliyah Lewis. She's a shooter, puts it up right side, no. Tigers have not been able to connect from long range. Hannigan inside to Buchers, and Buchers with the finish. 8-6 Pine River-Backus. Drakes inbound. They come to the near side to Nord. Here comes the trap. Sunval, good feed over to Cook. Cook, they got someone wide open and a pass intercepted. 3rd steal for Hannigan. Down court to Alora Dahl. Alora inside, and that's going to be number 3 on Kenley Anderson. Hannigan was in front of her. She tried to reach across. There was no doubt she got a piece of it, and she's going to have to quickly come back out as Moen checks in. Kenley Anderson, the senior center, averages 8.7 points, 9.4 rebounds, 2.3 assists on the bench with 3 fouls. Callie Gross gets a steal. Actually grabbed her glasses as they were falling off her face. Still held the ball, and then it's knocked out of bounds. Staying with Blackduck. 8-6 Pine River-Backus, just under 10 to play here in our opening half. It's been a struggle for the offenses. Defenses, a lot of pressure. Tigers haven't been able to connect from long range. Blackduck has 4 blocked shots. Here's Cook across the timeline to Sunval. Shot clock at 20. Here comes Blackduck. Nord on the right side wing. They reverse it to Sunval. Left side thought about a deep 3. Goes high post to Moen. Over to the right side. Nord dribbling. Shot clock at 10. And she has it taken away. Buchers straight up ripping it out of her hands. Here's Hannigan down inside. In traffic. Lost the handle. It's going to be picked up by Blackduck as Kaylee Moen gets the steal. 9 turnovers on Blackduck. 6 on Pine River-Backus here. More turnovers than points here in the first half as we're nearing the halfway point. Sunval to Cook. Drops to the right side. On the wing is Nord. Both teams really looking at more of a 1-2-2 offense. Now Bailey Nord dribbled it right off her toes, and Blackduck turns it over again. Mills will return for the Drakes. She replaces Callie Gross. Ariana Burns back in for the Tigers. Aaliyah Lewis steps into a long 3. Back iron, no. Rebound to Chloe Cook. Cook up ahead to Nord, and she lost her balance, threw it right into the hands of Aaliyah Lewis. Here's Alora Dahl to Kaylee Johnson, and Callie Johnson hit and fouled. Coach Hangard not happy with what he thought should have been a foul call against Pine River-Backus on the rebound. Foul instead is going to be against Marissa Mills. That'll be her first, and Kaylee Johnson to the free throw line. First one is on the way and good. Ella Dahl checks in for older sister Alora Dahl. Second one on the way, and this one all the way around. Did a 360, got every bit of the rim, and then rolled out on Callie. Excuse me, Kaylee. I've known her for a while. Can't believe I said her name wrong. 9-6. There's a shot from Sunval. Rebounded by Aaliyah Lewis on the miss. Lewis driving right side. Got some contact. Hit the deck hard. No call on the rebound to Blackduck. Here comes Moen. Moen drops it to Nord. Nord swung the ball and just caught Lewis. Here's a shot from the left side. Almost banked in for Sunval. Ariana Burns clears the window for PRB. Still 9-6. Pine River-Backus in front. Tigers have had decent ball movement. Burns at the high post. Lewis steps into one right side. This one is long. And the rebound going to be knocked out of bounds. And it was, let's see, it was going to be last touched by Blackduck. Subs in again. Tulinchek back in for the PRB Tigers. She has 2 fouls. Gross is back in for Blackduck, as well as senior guard Shakyla Smith. Long inbounds to Burns. Ella Dahl to Buchers, left side, pump fakes, got Mills in the air. Buchers with the drive, Buchers with the finish. 4 points for Mimi Buchers, and the PRB Tigers have the lead at 5, 11-6. Cook, pass to Mills. Mills gives it back to Smith. Smith dribbling and being guarded by Kaylee Johnson. They just kind of have the spreading out the zone. There's a beautiful feed. That was Gross to Mills. Mills with the lay-in. She's got 4. 11-8 Pine River-Backus. Blackduck with the pressure defense. Bukers to the left side. It's Tulinchek. Tulinchek around Mills all the way to the basket. Cannot finish. And Mills comes up with a rebound. Missed opportunity for the PRB Tigers. Up ahead, a pass offline. Sunball takes it away from Bukers. Got it to Gross, and then a pass to stolen away by Tulinchek. 11 turnovers on Blackduck. Here's Ella Dahl. Fires the 3, right side, just a shade long. Mills has the rebound, and she is scot-free. Mills down the right side. She'll lay it up and in. 11-10. Pine River-Backus by 1. Bukers, and we're going to have a timeout by Coach Tucker Shealy on the PRB Tigers.
JM and KKCQ Radio and RJBroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and RJBroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC, online at shruppexcavating.com.
LLC, online at shruppexcavating.com.
Back in action as Alora Dahl fires a 3 from the right side corner. That one off the front of the rim. Another offensive rebound for the PRB Tigers. Alora hit the first one of the night, and there's Hannikin with a tough shot inside. 4 points for Brianna Hannikin. Alora Dahl hit the first 3 of the evening for PRB to make it 3-2. And now here's a steal, a near steal. Smith ends up with it for Blackduck. Right side, double pump, went to pass it and ended up trying to throw up a wild shot. PRB rebounds. I was just going to say, after Alora hit that early one, Tigers have been 0 for since. There's Marissa Mills with a nice steal on the far side. Cut in front of Hannikin as the Tigers try to get the pass down into her. Smith on the right side, 5:40 to go. First half, 13-10, Pine River-Backus. Chloe Cook to the near side to Smith. Working against Burns in that 1-2-2 zone. There's a beautiful pass inside. Cook to Mills, and we're going to get a foul on the rebound, and that's going to go against Callie Gross. And that's going to put PRB into the bonus. Second foul on Gross tonight. And going to the free throw line, Ariana Burns, 1 for 2 on her first trip. Staples Motley won the Mid-State Conference Wrestling Tournament today over in Aiken. Pequot Lakes Pine River-Backus came in second. Burns, first free throw, back iron, no. Rebound is going to go out of bounds. It was last touched by Mills. Pine River-Backus has racking up offensive rebounds. They have to convert them a little better as Bukers comes back in for PRB. Inbounds to Hannikin. Hannikin looking into the corner for Bukers. Tulinchek trying to post up down low. Blackduck staying in their 1-2-2 zone. Alora Dahl, top of the key, wants 3 more. Got it! I'll see you talk about the drought, and then they nail one. 16-10, Pine River-Backus. Biggest lead they've had thus far, 5 minutes ago opening half. 9-6 Blackduck, 5-9 PRB, and now we're going to have a foul on the far side. If that's Tulinchek, that'll be her third. And it is. So now Kenley Anderson has 3 for Blackduck. Tulinchek has 3 for PRB. She'll have to come out. Johnson in. Moen returns for the Drakes. Blackduck to my right here in half number 1. Just under 5 to play. Offenses have struggled. They've struggled shooting. They've struggled with turnovers. Here's Sunball. Stop and pop. 15 feet, and she drains it. 4 points for Annika Sunball. 16-12 in favor of the Tigers here on the home floor tonight. Tigers go on the road Tuesday at Nevis for the rematch with those Tigers. Here's Kaylee Johnson, and Kaylee Johnson gets fouled by Shakila Smith, and she'll go to the line for 3. Kaylee was 1 for 2 on her first trip to the free throw line tonight. First one, nothing but the bottom of the cylinder. Lines up the second one, and she's 2 for 2 on this trip with 1 more to go. Halftime boys basketball, Barnum 50, McGregor 23. And Kaylee knocks down 3 for 3. 4 points for Kaylee Johnson. All from the charity stripe. Blackduck looking to inbounds. 19-12 PRB, and there's a tipped pass by Alora Dahl on the inbounds. Sunball will toss it into Mills. Well, Coach Hangard talked about the turnover issues this team has had, and they have, unfortunately for Drake's fans, come to fruition here in this first half. Mills, well, she's got Gross inside. Can't get the pass by Ella Dahl, and Ella Dahl ties her up. It's a jump ball. It stays. Oh, excuse me, they had a jump ball earlier. I forgot to mark it down. That goes to Pine River-Backus. That is the 12th. And there is a warning issued to the Blackduck bench, and I think Coach was frustrated that they believe that Pine River-Backus is maybe getting away with too much contact. Well, the PRB boys basketball team is in attendance. Well, maybe they played an early game at Sabika. You know, I didn't check the time, but they're back here already. We'll have to see if we can get a score from that one. Chloe Cook, a pass. Kaylee Johnson steps in front with a steal. Johnson up ahead to Ella Dahl, and she'll lay it up and in. The steal and the assist, first bucket for Ella Dahl, and PRB has opened up a 9-point lead, just under 4 to play here in half number 1. Sunball to Cook. Cook almost double dribbled, steps into a 3, off the back iron, the high rebound tapped out, and Cook has it. Second chance for the Drakes. Over to Mills. Mills driving left side, goes up high off the window and in. The junior Mills has 8 of the 14 for the Blackduck Drakes. 3:33 to go here in half number 1. Buchers spins, kicks it up top to Dahl, Ella Dahl, over to Johnson. Back to the top, tried to go high post. That one was well read, and Mills with an easy steal. 8th turnover for the Tigers, and Mills misses the lay-in on the other end. Went down a little too deep and ended up going at an awkward angle. Ella Dahl, right side on the wing. Tigers wrap it into Buchers, pass tipped out. Hannigan flips it to Ella Dahl. Ella lines up, puts up the 3. This one airmailed over everything out of bounds to the Drakes. Drakes have a substitution as Nord comes in. Cook will take a break. Gross, Mills, Sunval, Moen, the others on the floor for the Blackduck Drakes. In the whites tonight, just under 3 to play in this first half, and there's a pass almost off the fingertips of Nord. Sunval, and 10 seconds. Coach Hangard had just stood up to try to call timeout, but they say he did not get it before the shot clock hit 25. 10-second backcourt violation called on Blackduck, their 13th first half turnover. Tigers by 7. Football score, 21-14. Ella Dahl thought about a quick 3, now drives, gets by Sunval, goes right up in and scores. 23-14, PRB. Mills gives it to Moen. Moen down the right side, stops at the wing. Here's Mills again. Mills has so far been really the only offensive spark for the Blackduck Drakes. Coach Hangard talked about Cook and Sunval hitting shots from beyond the arc. So far, Blackduck is 0 for 28%, trying to change it. Sunval able to step into one, had a good look. Mills offensive rebound. Mills goes up with the left hand. No, we're going to have a foul on Pine River-Backus. For Blackduck, their first trip to the free throw line as Brianna Hannigan picks up the personal, her first, team's 4th. And at the line for 2, Marissa Mills, she has 44%. First one is true. Cuts the lead to 8. Second one on the way. Got them both. Well, that was two very good-looking free throws for someone shooting 44%. The lead is 7. 2 minutes to go into the half. 23-16 in favor of Pine River-Backus. Aladal around a double screen. Blackduck defended that very well. Now Dahl gets by Gross. Oh, I thought she had a layup. Instead, she kicked it out to Aloradal. Alora driving, reverse layup is in. 8 points for the senior Aloradal. Nice finish down underneath. Here comes Blackduck. Sunball. Good find. Callie Gross right underneath for the layup. Outstanding feed as Sunball got the pass, quickly looked up and found a teammate wide open. 25-18. Big answer there for Blackduck. Here's Eladal, going to step into a three. This one too strong, and Gross has the rebound. Tried to push it up the court, and she is fouled by Pine River-Backus' Mimi Buchers. Pretty sure that was Buchers that's going to get hit tagged with the personal. No, it's not. Excuse me, Alora Dahl. Inbounds goes to Mills. And here comes Blackduck. It's Moen across the timeline. Sunball launches another, and this one off the front iron. Gross tapped the rebound into the PRB bench, and it'll be Tigers basketball. You got to give credit sometimes, even when the shots aren't dropping. They're stepping into them. Sunball did a nice job stepping into that one. We are under a minute to go. 57 seconds. 25-18. Aaliyah Lewis back in for the Tigers. Goes to Hannikin. Drakes have gone person to person. Here's Lewis. Puts it up left side off the mark. And the rebound to Moen. Pushing it up, and that's tipped away and stolen. Blackduck turns it over. Buchers in the lane. Left hand, the right-handed sweep shot. And the rebound knocked to the near side. PRB gathers it. 36 seconds to go. Inside to Buchers, and that's going to be a foul. Kylie Moen was reaching across. Buchers trying to tip that pass. We've seen a few of those from Blackduck. They need to have a little better discipline. Yeah, there's a layup underneath. You don't necessarily want to give it easy, but with that entry pass, when you're behind a player, you reach across 95% of the time. That whistle's blowing. And certainly was the case there as Buchers hits the first free throw and earns the bonus. Cook will come back in for Moen. 33 ticks left here for half number one in Pine River. Second free throw on the way, and that one rolls off the left. Good block out, good rebound there by Mills. And now here's a pass, and Buchers with another steal. Here's Alora Dahl, thought about a long three. 22 seconds to go in the half. The shot clock, now they got it off. 18 seconds. Aladal bounces over to Buchers. Looking for Hannikin, cutting in, lobs it into the blocks. Hannikin tapped it, got it at the free throw line. They go to Buchers on the right side. So the clock at 6, and now there's Hannikin. Had it tipped loose, and it went off the leg of Hannikin. Pine River-Backus turned it over. So Blackduck has a chance to get a big momentum shot here. 4.8 seconds to go if they can get the ball down. Nice pass there to Cook. Cook lobs it over. Shot clock at 2. Sunball launches it at the buzzer. Got it! The first three that the Drakes knocked down in the first half, and it couldn't have come at a better time. Annika Sunball buries one from deep on the right side wing to cut the lead to 5 heading into the break. Halftime report is coming up next here in Pine River. It's break time. Pine River-Backus 26, Blackduck 21.
College goes far beyond the buildings, classrooms, and the tests. Discovering your purpose. It's about getting involved, supporting your community, and joining the conversation. It's about learning, growing. This is the University.
3-3.
We welcome you back. Devin Kruger here with you as the Pine River-Backus Tigers lead the Blackduck Drakes. Girls basketball tonight 26-21. In boys basketball, Crosby Ironton got the win at Hinckley Finlayson tonight 87-60. I was looking to see if the Pine River-Backus Sabika game, there it is, just found it. Sabika got a close win over the Tigers on the boys side tonight 61-58. The PRB girls leading by 5 here at the half. A pretty rough first half, I really think, on both accounts. A lot of turnovers. Blackduck, again, Coach Hangard said that was something they were susceptible of. Pine River-Backus didn't take full advantage. They kind of went through some spans of turnover trouble themselves. Neither team shot the ball very well in the first half. Rebounding, Pine River-Backus had a lot of second chances, had some third chances, even a couple of fourth chances that they didn't quite convert. For PRB, I think it's all about taking advantage of those extra opportunities, off turnovers, off offensive rebounds. They've got to take advantage of them. For Blackduck, we've seen a couple of flashes, and I think that's what happens sometimes when you have these teams that are around the 500 mark, is they show you the flashes, but they just don't have the consistent play throughout the half. Because there were a couple of times with Pine River-Backus putting on heavy pressure. There were a couple of times Blackduck passed through that pressure very well. They caught Pine River-Backus kind of coming up. I think for Blackduck, they have to take that half a second extra. Pine River-Backus is really aggressive. They're being super aggressive on that press, and it's leaving some girls down court open. Now you have to get the ball down there. You have to try to get it down there without the defense recovering. And you have to have an on-target pass. But we did see it a couple of times where there were some crisp passes. Marissa Mills had one drop down to Callie Gross, and then I think one of them was vice versa, Gross to Mills, where they ended up with just a really nice layup. And Blackduck's going to have to do that going into the second half. Really kind of interesting in my view that Annika Sundvall, the only three that Blackduck hits in the entire first half, and they had a few decent looks, was a deep three. I'm talking a good 2 feet beyond the arc right at the end of the half, and just a great stroke and buried it. So a nice momentum boost for the Drakes to go into the halftime locker room. 26-21, Pine River-Backus leads here. We'll take a quick break. We'll look at those first half numbers, start getting you ready for half number 2 as the Tigers lead the Drakes here at the break. 26-21, girls basketball tonight on KLKS Talk 100 and YourLiveEvent.com.
When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
Club and all its members.
Back with you here at Pine River-Backus High School, 26-21. PRB leading Blackduck at the half. Let's look at the first half numbers as I have them. Turnovers, Blackduck averaging 24 a game. They have 15 in the first half. Pine River-Backus with 9. PRB with a slight advantage on the rebounds overall, 20-18, but a big advantage again in those offensive rebounds, 10. Half of the rebounds for Pine River-Backus in the first half were on the offensive end. Blackduck had 4 offensive rebounds. Pine River-Backus, one of the reasons that they have a 5-point lead perhaps, and the coaches for Blackduck have not been super happy with this. The PRB Tigers 8 out of 14 from the free throw line in the first half. Blackduck 2 for 2. That's plus 12 in free throw attempts for the Tigers in the first half. Individually for Blackduck, Marissa Mills having a strong game, 10 points. She has a couple of steals. Annika Sundvall, 7 points, 4 points for Callie Gross. Chloe Cook, who has 11.7 points a game, tied for a team high with Sundvall, 0 points in the first half. For the PRB Tigers, 8 points for Laura Dahl, a couple of threes, a couple of steals, 5 for Mimi Buchers, 4 for Kaylee Johnson off the bench, 4 for Ella Dahl, 4 points, 3 steals for Brianna Hannikin. Outstanding balance for the Tigers, and Ariana Burns chipped in a point as well. 26-21, PRB has the lead, and it will be Blackduck with the ball to start the second half next here on YourLiveEvent.com, KLKS Talk 100, and RJBroadcasting.com.
Coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
LLC, online at TrumpExcavating.com.
Devin Kruger back with you. A couple more scores to pass along to you. In girls basketball at the half, Pillager leading Bertha Hewitt 32-31, so a real close one there. Cass Lake Bena and Kelly are North home facing off tonight. They are tied at 31 at the half. It'll be, well, we mess that up again? I had it as Blackduck ball to start the second half. But it looks like, Pine River-Backus is going to have the basketball to start the second half. I really thought, and actually have a delay here because the shot clock isn't ready. Oh, so it's going to be Pine River-Backus basketball to start the second half. They'll go to my right. Aloradal, Elladal, Bukers, Tulinchek, and Hannikin, the five on the floor. Drakes are going to start the second half. Drakes are going to start the second half person to person, and they got the shot clock on, but they didn't start it. And now they're just going to, they reset it to 35. I think they're going to have to reset this to about 25. Let's see where they're going to put this at. 29. Well, I suppose that makes sense. 6 seconds have gone off the second half clock, so shot clock at 29. That's the easiest math the officials will have all night. And, I didn't pay enough attention, and I screwed it up. Hannikin at the high post. Kinley Anderson back in. Here's a drive. Here's Elladal. Left side, left the layup short, and then two Drakes both went for the rebound and knocked it out of bounds. And Marissa Mills and Kinley Anderson just kind of looked at each other and smirked, thinking, uh-oh. And the Tigers are inbounding down the baseline. They drop it in, and the Drakes, they turned it over. It pass is tipped away, and here comes Mills. Tigers turned it over. Mills, pass over to Sunball. Sunball with the pump fake. Puts it too strong off the window. Hannikin rebounds. Outlets to the right side. It's Alora Dahl. Goes all the way. Left the layup short. Tulinchek follows with the offensive rebound and put back. First points tonight for Sawyer Tulinchek, the sophomore. 28-21 PRB. Tigers led by as many as 9 in the first half at 25-16, 23-14 as well. Here's a shot. Kinley Anderson just inside the free throw line. That one is long. Elladal out to Bukers. Bukers gets ahead of Cook. Right side and again missed the layup. Tulinchek again gets the rebound. It's going to be a jump ball, and it'll be Blackduck basketball. Starting five out for the Drakes as well. Sunval, Gross, Anderson, Mills, and Cook. First minute gone. 28-21. Pine River-Backus looking for win number 6 on the year. Blackduck looking for win number 10. Mills launching it down court. Gross, beautiful feed. Sunval left side, too strong off the window.
This has been a local sports presentation on Orange.
The rebound knocked out of bounds to Pine River-Backus, and that was a big missed opportunity for the Blackduck Drakes. Aloradal surveys the defense. Goes to the right side to Elladal. Laura hit a couple from long range in the first half. Bukers at the top of the key. Boy, I think she might have gotten away with a little travel there. Here's Hannikin. Jump pass out. Elladal fakes the three. Tigers look like they want to attack that basket. They've looked at a couple of threes that in the first half they let fly. Shot clock at 8. Hannikin. What a pass inside the Bukers for the finish. Bukers with a great cut across the lane. And we're going to have a timeout by Blackduck. Lead has matched its highest of the evening as Coach Hangard takes a break. 16-14 to go here in half number 2. And it is Pine River-Backus 30 and Blackduck 21. More after this on KLKS and YourLiveEvent.com.
News, weather, and sports from your community. Look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and RJBroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and RJBroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Supporting local business.
Devin Kruger back with you. Blackduck with 3 timeouts remaining. Pine River-Backus with 4. 16-11 to go here, second half. Here's Kinley Anderson. Drops it down to Gross. Looking for Anderson in traffic. Ripped away by Hannikin. Hannikin's 4th steal of the night. Blackduck, first turnover this half. Here's Tulinchek. Drops it down. Bukers underneath. Goes with the off-angle shot, and she scores. Bukers with 9. The lead is in double figures for the Tigers here on the home floor. Mills got it knocked away. Gross lost her balance, and she might have rolled an ankle. Here's Hannikin down the left side. Oh, and she lost the handle. Both teams will turn it over. Now, again, they can't stop play as the ball is going forward towards the hoop, but Callie Gross got off balance, and you could see kind of a little stutter step and a little hitch. She went down, lost the ball, and then immediately just kind of sat there and knew that something wasn't quite right. We have an injury timeout here, 15:39 to go here in the second half. And they're going to get Gross up, and yeah, sure enough, she rolled something or did something with the left leg as she's being helped off. Pine River-Backus leading 32-21. Tigers going for their fourth straight win over the Drakes. Both teams 3-3 in Northwoods play. And they're going to just make sure we know that they know what they have on the clock and everything, as Gross will be attended to. For the Drakes, they brought in Moen. They get the inbounds to Anderson. Anderson bringing it down, going right against Hannikin. Tough shot. Hannikin defended that very well. Rebound tapped out. Drakes have another chance. Here's Mills. Mills drives down the left side around Tulinchik and scored. And that's not a bad play for Tulinchik. She had 3 fouls. Let Mills just have that one. Mills has a dozen, leading the Drakes. Actually leading all scorers. Buchers with 9, leading the Tigers. She's got a couple of buckets here this half. Now Allura Dahl stepping into a 3. Left side. She's got her third of the night. And she's got 11, 35-23. Pine River-Backus in front. 3 minutes gone here in the second half. Here's Marissa Mills looking for Anderson. Pass too far in front. That'll be turnover number. Oh, they're going to say it was tipped. So no turnover on Blackduck. Was 26-21 at the half. So far a 9-2 start in the second half for the PRB Tigers. Mills is going to toss it in. She's going to put it to the near side wing. They go up top to Cook. Cook has not scored yet tonight. Mills, Moen to Cook. Steps in, looking to get fired up. This one high off the rim. Goes left side, and Tulinchik hustles for the rebound. Looking up ahead. Zips it to Allura Dahl. Drops it down to the blocks. Here's Buchers cutting in. Buchers the turn. The shot banks it home. Buchers with 11, 6 already this half. The lead is 14 for the PRB Tigers. Here's Sunval. Quick shot. Left side. Short. Anderson. Offensive rebound. Got the putback for the Drakes. First points tonight for the senior center, Kinley Anderson. 37-25. Tigers quickly with a run here to start the second half. Hannikin a little too strong. She thought she got a little push in the back. No call there. Blackduck rebounds. Cook up ahead to Moen. Moen gives it back to Cook. 4 minutes gone now here, second half. Mills drops it down. Anderson all alone, and Anderson cannot finish. Tigers catch a break there as a little confusion on defense. Left Anderson all alone. Tigers quickly into the front court. Buchers cutting down the right side, and it's tipped away. Outstanding job. And now what do we have? We're going to have a kicked ball, and it's going to be kicked by Mills. So in the scramble, the Tigers will keep it. Burns and Johnson return for Pine River-Backus. Allura Dahl will toss it in. Shot clock's at 25. They go up top to Tulinchik. Cook just about read that perfectly. Johnson steps into a 3 all the way around and out. And there's Tulinchik with another big rebound. Allura Dahl to Tulinchik. Thought about the 3. Drives in. Puts up the runner. Contact, no call. And Anderson grabs the rebound for Blackduck. Still 37-25. Pine River-Backus. Mills in between 2 defenders. Lost it. Oh, hang on. Mills tried to rip it out of the way of Tulinchik. And we're going to have a jump ball. And the jump ball will be awarded to Pine River-Backus, so that'll be the 3rd turnover this half for Blackduck. They have 18 tonight. Pine River-Backus has 11. Devin Kruger here with you. KLKS Talk 100, rjbroadcasting.com, video streaming yourliveevent.com. PRB leading by a dozen. Here's Tulinchik, right side, and there's Cook with the steal. Cook read that one well. Cook down the left side, goes up, left it short. Good defense by Johnson back in transition. Now a 3 off the rebound for Sunval. That one left off the left side. And Ariana Burns clears the glass for the PRB Tigers. Johnson across to Aloradol. Bucher's looking into Burns. Double team, spins in traffic, got the contact, and Burns will head back to the free throw line. Foul's going to be on Kylie Moen, her second. Burns to the free throw line. She is 1 for 3 tonight. All of those attempts were in the first half. First one on the way, and that one's down. 38-25 as Pine River-Backus brings in 8th grader Ella Brewer for the first time. Burns' second free throw on the way. That one in and out. And Moen on the rebound for Blackduck. Cook double teamed. And what do we have? We're going to have another jump ball. Blackduck will keep it. Barnum gets the win over McGregor in boys basketball tonight. Final of that one, 83-50. Here's a near steal by Brewer. And now we're going to have a foul. Brewer and Eladal double teaming Cook. Brewer will pick up the personal. 12:20 on the clock here in the second half. Each team only has one team foul. Inbounds for the Drakes. Sunball, 7 points all in the first half. Mills leads Blackduck with a dozen. Chloe Cook, left side, Sunball. Quick dribble, drops it down to Anderson. Looking for the cutter, not there. Back out to Sunball. Sunball double team, drops it back. Plenty of time for the Drakes. Cook drives in, gives it to Smith. Smith thought about a three. Cook will take the three from the right side corner. Off the front iron, no. Tulinchuk rebounds. Pine River-Backus basketball. Johnson on the left side, into the corner to Burns. Burns drops it down to Brewer. Brewer, nice feed. Tulinchuk across the lane, and Tulinchuk finishes. Great assist there by Ella Brewer. The lead at 15, the largest of the night for the PRB Tigers. 40-25, and here's Blackduck breaking the press. I talked about it at the half. Pass down court, and Anderson with a great feed down to Kylie Moen for her first score tonight. 40-27. Ella Brewer dribbles in traffic, lost it. Pine River-Backus' fourth turnover. Here's Sunball, left side, up, and she puts it home. Sunball has 9 back-to-back buckets for the Drakes. 40-29, and Coach Takashili saying we need to have a chat. With the 11:08 to go here in the second half, it is Pine River-Backus 40, Blackduck 29, timeout by the Tigers. And with us, you're listening to girls basketball and watching it with KOKS, Talk 100, and YourLiveEvent.com. Celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC, online at SchruppExcavating.com.
Stop with Number 1 Diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash. Open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
College goes far beyond.
Well, we are back as Shakila Smith misses a layup for Blackduck. Here's a long pass. Brianna Hannikin finding Sawyer Tulinchuk for the score on the other end. Tulinchuk was 6 all this half. The lead is 16 for the PRB Tigers. Here's Sunball. Sunball and pass. Eladal tipped it away. Just before we came back from the break, both teams came out of the full timeout early, so we missed a 3 by Eladal and a beautiful, beautiful feed by Brianna Hannikin on the kick across for it. 45-29. Tigers, Moen kicks it out. Mills doesn't look for that 3. In fact, she hasn't hit one all year. She loves driving. She's good at it. She drives down the right side. Dishes to Moen. Moen couldn't handle it. Blackduck has cleaned up some of the turnovers here in the second half. After 15 in the first half, they have just 4 so far here in half number 2. Drakes have dropped the press back. Here's a backdoor cut. Eladal, great pass. Buchers missed the layup short. Scramble for the rebound, and Smith is going to wrestle it away for Blackduck, and we eventually will have a jump ball, and it will go to Pine River-Backus. Cook will come in. She'll replace Smith. Tigers have Aloradol, Elidol, Hannikin, Tulinchik, Buchers starting 5 out on the floor. Here's a handoff to Tulinchik, top of the key. Thought about it, goes inside to Buchers. Buchers has the advantage over Cook and just puts it high off the window. Good look by Buchers. Realized she had the height advantage. The lead is 18 for the PRB Tigers. 9:40 to go. Anderson drops it inside. Buchers taps it out of bounds. Coverage tonight brought to you by Plumbing Etc. in Pine River and Trustworthy Components in Pine River, in addition to all the folks you see and hear about tonight. Big thanks to all of our Tiger sponsors. Here's Sunval. Nice feed. Mills too strong with the layup, and we're going to have a foul on the rebound. They're going to get Hannikin for a little bit of a push and clear out underneath. That'll be number 2 on Hannikin. Not much for fouls called here in this second half. Inbounds for Blackduck, goes up top to Cook. To the left side, Anderson. Anderson looking to drive against Buchers. Drives, kicks, Sunval inside the arc. Long 2, no, off the front iron. Elidol, nice job by Mills. Tapped it away from her. I don't think Elidol really had possession. Give an offensive rebound to Blackduck. Here's Cook. Quick trigger 3, left side. That one's short of the mark. Mills the offensive rebound. Ball on the floor. Mills, Tulinchik scramble. It's rolled to Cook. Drakes have it. Shot clock at 15. Mills fires it over to Sunval. Halfway through second half. Here's Moen. Baseline jumper. Got it. Nice feed there. Jump down pass from Anderson. Moen with the bucket. Still a long way to go for Blackduck. 47-31. PRB in front. Hannikin, high post, and she traveled. Got held up. She was looking for that play that we've seen a couple of times where Buchers was going across the lane. But that time Blackduck read it well, and it caused Hannikin to stutter step and travel. Here's Chloe Cook down the lane. Drops it. They go back out to Mills. Left side, it's Sunval. Wants 3. Left side, off to the right. And the rebound to Tulinchik. Pine River-Backus looking to run. Tulinchik down the left side. Coming from behind, Chloe Cook. Knocks it out of her hands, out of bounds. And the PRB boys lost a close one out at Sabika, 61-58 tonight, as Blackduck brings in a new player. Junior forward Kaylin Rockensock checks in. Saw the name on the roster, and I asked Coach Hangard, I said, please tell me she'll come in. How can you not love a name like Rockensock? Here's Buchers, left side, wants 3, off the back iron. Long rebound to Aloradol. Second chance for the Tigers, leading by 16. Elidol wants 3, banks it in again. Second one off the board, and now Blackduck tied up after the inbounds. And they'll keep possession for now. Nord will come in, Mills will take a break. 50-31, Pine River-Backus led by 5 at the half. They have expanded it to 19 here in half number 2. Tigers looking for 4 straight wins over the Drakes, and there's a 5-second call. Pine River-Backus gets the 5-second inbounds violation. Johnson burns in. Buchers, Tulinchik out. Tigers inbound. And how about this? Brianna Hannikin, Blackduck didn't have good defensive position, and that's as easy as it gets. Aloradol drops it into Hannikin, her first bucket this half. She's got 6. Here comes Blackduck. There's a feed. There's Rockensock missing the layup. Another one for Blackduck right underneath. Johnson the rebound. Left side, Aloradol for 3. Front iron, no. Rebound tapped loose. Johnson collects it. Dahl, second chance. No. Rebound tapped out. Johnson again to Hannikin. Hannikin goes to between 2 defenders, gets bumped, and she's going to the free throw line. It ain't always pretty, folks, but it doesn't mean it's not exciting. Brianna Hannikin to the free throw line. She was 2 for 2 in the first half. The foul is going to go on Kylie Moen. That's her 3rd. Hannikin setting up for free throw number 1. 2 for 2 in the first half, and the first one is perfect. One of the officials is checking with the scoreboard as Ella Brewer is going to come in, and I'm not sure if this is a discussion regarding a clock thing or a possession arrow thing. Pine River-Backus has the possession arrow. Hannigan, second free throw on the way, and it is good. And Ella Brewer will come in for Brianna Hannigan. She exits. She's got 8 points, 4 steals, 3 assists tonight. 54-31. Pine River-Backus pulling away here in the second half. 7:37 on the clock. Inbounds to Nord. PRB putting that pressure on. Pass to Moen. Thought there might have been a foul. I was waiting for the whistle. Play continues. Blackduck crosses the timeline. Nord trying to dribble it over the double team. Throws it right into the fingertips of Ella Dahl. Lobs it to Cook. Cook, and she traveled. She saw Kylie Moen coming down the right side. She wanted to feed her on a pass, but she had to wait, and because she had to wait, she picked up the foot, brought it back down. Travel violation. PRB goes back the other way. Kaylee Johnson up top. Alora Dahl to Ella. Drakes, who started the second half man-to-man, now they're back into the zone. Here's Brewer with a three from the right side. No, Rock and Sock rebounds. Passes out to the left side to Sunball. Sunball driving left side all the way. No, but a PRB foul. Foul will go against Burns, her first, team's third here in the second half. Sunball, Blackduck's best free throw shooter at 65% at the line, and the first one is off. Sorry about that, Annika. That's the announcer jinx. Mills and Anderson back in for Blackduck. Tulinchek returns for PRB. Sunball 11.7 points a game. She's got 9 right now. Second one on the way, and this one high off the rim, but drops straight through. 54-32, Pine River-Backus in front. Both teams have 3 timeouts remaining. Here's Alora Dahl, Tulinchek. There's a nice feed. Brewer waiting for it down underneath, and the 8th grader gets the bucket, assisted by Tulinchek. Blackduck trying to put that pressure on, and the Tigers able to beat it. Blackduck trying to get the same thing. There's good hustle. Kaylee Johnson knocking it out of bounds. Blackduck will inbound underneath. Mills will lob it up top, and Alora Dahl just a volleyball slap away with the steal all the way down. Misses the layup. Tulinchek right behind her with the follow. Dahl's third steal. Tulinchek with 8 points all this half, and we have a pass knocked out of bounds on the far side by Johnson. As the Coach Tucker Shealy going to go a little deeper into that bench. Leah Eveland, an 8th grader, in for the first time. Chloe Cook held scoreless tonight for Blackduck. Tied atop their scoring lead with Sunball. Here's Mills. Mills to Anderson, over to Sunball. 6:13 to go, second half. PRB by 26. Cook with the 3. Left side, she finally got one. Cook, 28% from beyond the arc, finally gets one to fall. Her first point tonight, and a timeout for Blackduck with 6:06 to go here in the second half. Pine River-Backus 58, Blackduck 35. We take a break. We've got more right after this. It's girls basketball on KOKS Talk 100 and yourliveevent.com.
And the tests. It's about making new friends, trying something different, and discovering your purpose. It's about getting involved, supporting your community, and joining the conversation. It's about learning, growing, and finding your passion. This is not your average classroom. This is the University of Minnesota Crookston.
Becoming a community family. prbschools.org.
Devin Kruger back with you tomorrow here on KLKS. Pequot Lakes ranked number 8 in AA, taking on Rock Ridge on the road. Rock Ridge ranked number 9 in AAA. 5:40, the pregame show, right here on KLKS Talk 100. Here's Pine River-Backus. Blackduck out of the timeout, putting pressure on, and they get the turnover. 6th turnover this half, 15th in the game for PRB. Here's Sunball, launching into a 3. That one off the mark, and it's Kaylee Johnson with the rebound. Lob up ahead to Brewer. They've got numbers, and Cook from behind swipes it out of bounds. Because Callie Gross, you got a Callie on one team, a Kaylee on the other, and I keep messing it up. 5:47 to play. Eveland into Burns. Right now, Pine River-Backus has 3 sophomores and 2 8th graders. Here's Eveland, 3, right side, no. Sunball rebounds. Sunball pushing it up the floor, over to Cook, steps in, puts up 3, that one way short, but right there is Mills. Mills can't hit the putback, and we've got a foul on the rebound. And that foul is going to go against Blackduck. Oh, correction. It's going to be on Burns for Pine River-Backus. And at the free throw line for 2 is Mills. 2 for 2 in the first half. And the first one off the back iron and does not get the friendly roll. Now junior Aaliyah Lewis will check in for Pine River-Backus. All 5 starters now off the floor for PRB. Coach Shealy likes the depth. It's youthful, but it's depth for the PRB Tigers. Second free throw in for Mills. She has 13, had 10 in the first half for Blackduck. Here's Pine River-Backus and another turnover. Taken away with Mills. And now inside, and there's Chloe Cook with her second score, 58-38. And I don't mind this from Tucker Shealy. Let's see how these young ladies step into it. Here's Evelyn, left side, 3, front iron, no. Offensive rebound, Brewer puts it on the floor and dribbles out of it. To Lewis. Lewis with the drive, puts up the runner, front iron, no, and the rebound tapped down. Mills comes away with it. Up ahead, it's Sunball all alone. She can't quite handle the pass, crashes into a door. She saves it right into Ariana Burns. Blackduck turns it over. 8th time this half, 23 in the game. Evelyn to Lewis on the left side, goes underneath, hits the deck. Lewis might have got, she's acting like she kind of got popped in the face. There was no call as Lewis a little bit slow to get up and just whatever happened, she kind of got hit in the face or in the eye area, so Coach Shealy's going to take her out. 4:42 to go as Laura Dahl will check back in for PRB. It was a jump ball was whistled, so it's Pine River-Backus basketball. Dahl into the lane and right through the hands of Burns. Here comes Sunball again. Sunball left side, lost the handle, and Evelyn picks it up. A trade turnovers. Evelyn up ahead to Brewer. Brewer, and she gets rejected. Third block of the night for Kenley Anderson. PRB keeps it. Inbounding baseline left. 4.5 to play. PRB by 20, 58-38. Here's Allura Dahl. Thought about a 3. Up to Evelyn. Inside to Brewer. Brewer kicks it back out. And that's going to be 3 seconds. Ella Brewer caught camping out in the lane. Pine River-Backus turns it over. It was a 5-point game at the half after Annika Sunball hit a long 3 to make it 26-21 at the half. Here's Kenley Anderson. Nice pass. Moen gets the finish on the other end. Moen with 6 all this half, 58-40. Allura Dahl to Evelyn. Evelyn to Burns. Here's Brewer, right side, 3, just too strong, and Mills rebounds. Well, Pine River-Backus might want to be a touch careful. We have under 4 to play, but things getting a little bit shaky. Here's a nice wide open 2 by Sunball, assisted by Cook. And that's 10 straight for the Blackduck Drakes. And now we're going to have a whistle and a timeout for Pine River-Backus. 3:38 to go here in the second half. The lead down to 16, 58-42. PRB on top on KOKS and YourLiveEvent.com.
Watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Super value. Good luck, area teams.
Back with you, a 10-0 run for Blackduck. Cutting the 26-point lead to 16. Allura Dahl, Tulinchek back in, Bucher's back in. I think for PRB, the young group that was out there, they got hurried. They were rushing things. They were going too fast. And they were turning the ball over. Here's a pass to Burns inside. And Burns will get a chance at the free throw line. Bucher's dumping it across the lane. Kylie Moen was there and was kind of straight up, but she was also right against Burns. And a lot of times that's just going to go against the defense. Burns at the free throw line, 2 for 5 tonight. First one this trip is good. Nord will come in for Moen in the Blackduck lineup. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Second one for the sophomore Burns. Got them both this time. She has 4 points, all at the free throw line. 60-42. Pine River-Backus in front. Post-game recap is going to follow. Notes, numbers, and our awards. Here's Anderson. Anderson with the pass down to Sunval underneath. Got the finish. Well, Blackduck has done a better job in the second half for a good chunk of the second half on that press. Clock at 3 minutes. Here's Tulinchek. Dumps it out. Kaylee Johnson. Why do I keep doing that tonight? And here is a foul on the rebound. Knocked out of bounds by Tulinchek. Tulinchek picks up her 4th foul. PRB will set up their 1-2-2. They drop it to Mills. Mills up to Sunval. Blackducks, again, they've just done a better job passing through that press by PRB. Sunval kicks it out to Mills, almost traveled. Here's Cook, steps into it. 3, left side, back iron, no. Rebound to Nord. Nord goes up against Buchers, gets rejected, and another chance for the Drakes, but the pass out is intercepted and tapped, and it's out of bounds, almost taken away by Alora Dahl. Hannikin will come in for Burns. 2:30 to go. PRB 60, Blackduck 44. Another sub as Elladall will come in for Johnson. Inbounds to Chloe Cook. Cook across the timeline. Blackduck 9-6, PRB 5-9, and there's a steal. It's Tulinchek, and then we're going to get a foul on Blackduck. The Drakes averaging 24 turnovers a game. That is number 25 as Bailey Nord picks up the personal. That's team foul number 4 this half on Blackduck. So neither team into the bonus. PRB has one more foul to give. Not that they want to, though. 2:15 to go. They're just trying to salt it away. Alora Dahl, 3, top of the key, and that one short. Rebound out of bounds. It was knocked out by Sunval. PRB will keep it. Of course, that's one thing that's the biggest difference with the shot clock in every game now is that you have a lead like this with 2 minutes to go, and you can't just try to hold it for the 2 minutes. There's a positive side and a negative side to that. Inbounds tapped out to the far side, and we're going to have a jump ball. Hannikin and Anderson. Good hustle on that one. Pine River-Backus keeps it. Shot clock at 18. Game clock at 2:06. Hannikin to Tulinchek, and a great give and go, but Tulinchek didn't finish it. Rebound tapped into the hands of Tulinchek. Cannot finish again, and Mills pulls it away. Up ahead to Nord. Nord to Sunval. Good ball movement. Nord too strong with the layup, and we have a foul on the rebound against Blackduck. Sunval frustrated that she did not get that layup. Tried to get the ball back and bumped into Brianna Hannikin. 1:52 to go here in the second half, and boy, look out there is Marissa Mills going up with Hannikin, and they collide, they fall, they get up, they make sure each other's okay, and they smile, and that's what you like to see. Number one, neither of them got hurt, and number two, the sportsmanship after just to make sure each other's okay. 1:48 to go here in the second half. 60-44. Tulinchek open for 3. Too strong. Rebound is going to bounce out of bounds, and it's Blackduck's basketball. Pine River-Backus going to stay with the full court press. Up by 16. If nothing else, they just want to make Blackduck take time. Cook across the timeline, down the middle, puts up the runner, and we're going to get a blocking foul as Hannikin was going to try to take the charge. She kind of twisted her body. She was ahead of the restricted arc, but Cook was coming in fast, and Hannikin kind of turned into her. Cook at the free throw line, first time tonight, and she hits the first. 64% free throw shooter. 1:34 remaining in this one. Cook cocks and fires and hits. She's got 7 points all this half. Tied with Sunval as the leading scorers. Blackduck putting the pressure on Hannikin. Pass over to Tulinchek. Tulinchek back to Elladall, to Alora. Starting five are on the floor for the PRB Tigers. Looking to close this one out. Alora Dahl drops it to Hannikin at the top of the key over to Ella. Shot clock at 18. Tigers can take a little more time if they want. Now Alora going to drive right side. Goes up, counted, and a foul. Alora with 13. Foul is going to be on Kinley Anderson. That is her fourth. And Dahl will be at the free throw line. 0 for 2 in the first half, and the senior, and that was a double dribble. Boy, there's all sorts of things. Everybody stopped thinking it was 2 shots. Laura Dahl ended up with the offensive rebound. She double dribbled, got away with it, and then passed to Ella Dahl, who hits the bucket, and now we have a foul with 1 minute to go as the Drakes were coming back the other way. Well, that was odd. Laura Dahl, it was an and one, and everybody froze with the first free throw. Nobody moved. Eveland in for Laura Dahl. Smith will come in for Sunval for Blackduck. So the ball went off the front of the rim right back to Alora. She attacked the basket, got it to Ella for the bucket. And now on the other end, with bonus shots, Chloe Cook hits the first after the PRB foul. 64-47. And that was a pretty odd one as Cook knocks them both, and Coach Hangard is going to empty his bench for Blackduck with 1 minute on the clock. As coming in is Kylie Moen, also coming in for the first time, Rebecca Henriksen, a freshman. Rockensock is back in. And Coach Tucker Shealy going to bring Paige home off the bench as Tulenchek out to Buchers. Buchers with 48 seconds over to Ella Dahl. Ella with a drive, got some contact, actually very nicely guarded, and now we're going to get a timeout for Coach Shealy with 43 seconds to go, just a substitution timeout, so we'll keep it here. River-Backus leading 64-48 as they are about to close this one out against the Blackduck Drakes. Coach Shealy is drawing up a play, and potentially for Paige Home, obviously a crowd favorite. River-Backus will score their 4th straight win in this series. They'll go to 6-9 overall, 4-3 in the Northwoods. Blackduck will fall to 9-7, 3-4 in Northwoods Conference play. Evelyn, Home, Buchers, Ella Dahl, and Tulenchek. And they're putting Paige Home right on the block. Evelyn will toss it in. They go to Home. Home at the top of the key. Puts up the three. Air mailed it to the right side. The crowd was ready to go nuts if she would have knocked that one down. The Drakes will inbound it. PRB will drop the pressure back. Only about a 4-second differential between the shot and the game clock. Bailey Nord on the far side, dribbled it off her knee. And unfortunately for the Blackduck Drakes, that's kind of fitting with the turnover troubles that they've had. That the game will eventually end on that. We'll see if the Tigers try to set something up for Home. They get over to the right side. Goes back to Eveland. 20 seconds ago. Ella Dahl into Tulenchek. Tulenchek with the drive. Looking, tosses it up to Buchers. Buchers over to Home. Home. Crowd wanting her to take the shot. She was closed out by Henriksen. The clock under 10. River-Backus is going to dribble this out. Final score tonight here at PRB Schools. The Tigers get the victory 64-48. A 5-point halftime lead turns into a 16-point victory for the PRB Tigers for their 6th win of the year. Don't go anywhere. The postgame recap is next here on KOKS Talk 100 and yourliveevent.com.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100. Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
Here in beautiful central Minnesota, we get to enjoy nature every day. At Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative, we understand because we live, work, and play here too. However, just because you're not in the big city doesn't mean you can't have access to great internet service. Let MLEC Fiber give you the fast and reliable internet you deserve. Check to see if MLEC Fiber is available where you live. Visit us online or call our office at 218-429-0433.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Great.com.
Devin Kruger back with you as the PRB Tigers get the win tonight over the Blackduck Drakes. A 5-point lead at the half turns into a 16-point lead. In fact, the Tigers led by as many as 26 in the second half at 58-32. Tigers offense much better in the second half. They continue to win the rebounding battle, especially on the offensive glass. Blackduck didn't turn it over as much as the first half, but when they did, the Tigers did a better job of making them pay. They cashed them in. They did a better job of turning the turnovers into points. They got a lot of different people involved, and they end up with a nice win as the Tigers go to 6-9 on the year, 4-3 in the conference. Blackduck falls to 9-7, 3-4 in Northwoods Conference play. Statistically, the turnovers, Blackduck averaging 24 a game. They finished with 26 tonight. Pine River-Backus had 9 in each half for 18. The rebounding battle, again, the Tigers end up winning that one 44-38 overall, but the offensive rebounds, and it wasn't that Blackduck didn't get any either. In fact, after just 4 in the first half, Blackduck had 8 offensive rebounds in the second half, but for the game, 22-12, the advantage in offensive rebounds for the PRB Tigers. From the free throw line, the Tigers were 13 out of 21. The Blackduck Drakes, if they can get to the line, and it's kind of one of those announcer jinxes in reverse. I had mentioned that for Blackduck, they actually struggled from the free throw line as a team, shooting 53%. But in tonight's matchup, they went 8 for 10, so a real solid night at the free throw line for Blackduck when they got the opportunities. Individually, for the Drakes, they were led by Annika Sunval tonight. She had 7 in each half. She finished with 14. Marissa Mills, I thought, had a strong game. She had 13 points and 3 steals. 9 points for Chloe Cook, all of them in the second half. 6 points for Kylie Moen. 4 for Callie Gross. 4 points, 4 assists, 3 blocks for Kenley Anderson for the Blackducks, 48. For Pine River-Backus, a very, very good balance, I think, tonight for the Tigers, and they like seeing that. Alora Dahl, 13 points, 3 steals, 2 assists. 13 points, 2 steals, 2 blocks for Mimi Buchers. 12 points for Ella Dahl. 8 for Brianna Hannikin with 4 steals and 3 assists. 8 for Sawyer Chulinchek with 2 steals. 4 for Kaylee Johnson with a couple of assists. 4 for Ariana Burns, so all from the free throw line. And 2 points for Ella Brewer for the PRB Tigers. Pine River-Backus gets the win 64-48. As when we come back, we will have we'll take a look at the scoreboard. We'll see if we can get our interviewees up here for post-game awards and the coaches as well, as Pine River-Backus gets the win on this frigid Friday night here in Pine River. Final score, Pine River-Backus 64 and Blackduck 48. More after this here on KOKS, Pequot Lakes, Pine River, Jenkins, and YourLiveEvent.com. A wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC. Online at schruppexcavating.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash. Open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Area teams.
And we are back on the post-game recap here on KLKS and yourliveevent.com. Pine River-Backus with the win 64-48 over Blackduck. We're going to go to our post-game award winners. First up, we're going to talk to our big deal of the game, brought to you by Cuyuna Regional Medical Center, BigDealAuctions.com, Donlinger Automotive in Brainerd, Matson Lumber Company in Nisswa, W.W. Thompson Concrete Products of Brainerd, the Pizza Ranch in Baxter and Little Falls, Riverwood Healthcare Centers, Atwater Chevrolet GMC in Aiken, Shannon's Auto Body in Brainerd, and Tykes Carpet Castle in Brainerd. Senior Brianna Hannikin is going to be our big deal of the night. I love stat lines like this when I came up. 8 points, 4 steals, 3 assists. That in my book, I love seeing those. It's kind of a good all-around game. How did this win feel tonight?
Yeah, it felt really good. This is probably our best game so far. We just really flowed together. We were talking our best we've ever had done on defense, and I just love just being able to play so well together and it all coming together.
With the mix of just you and Alora being the only seniors, and then you of course you get young real quick. Do you feel at this point, now that you're in the second half of the season, that the cohesiveness and the chemistry is getting better and better and where you need it to be?
Oh, for sure. We're just clicking together. Like I said, we're finding each other where we're supposed to be. And most importantly, we're starting to trust each other and where the other is and where there should be and where they're going to be especially.
This conference this year has 4 teams in the top 20. You've had some tough competition. So how has that helped things come along for this team to get to a point where you hope to make a run here in the second half of the season?
Yeah, for sure. Winning, sometimes you don't always learn stuff. So losing, you learn from your mistakes. So that's how the saying goes, and that's exactly what we have done. And we've just learned on where we need to improve and where our strengths and weaknesses are.
It was a tough loss against Walker last night. Was this a case, Bree, where it was kind of nice to not have any time to think about it and just get back out on the court?
Yeah, for sure. Just kind of forget about it, but also not forget about it because, learning from mistakes, we're going to still learn from that. But it was nice to just come out and play our own game and it working, and then us coming out with the outcome being winning.
And, of course, it's always good to go into the weekend with a win, right?
Yeah, for sure.
A great game. Obviously, a great win, Bree. Congratulations on a fine night. Again, I love stat lines like that. It's just an all-around performance and a big win for the Tigers. Congratulations.
Thank you, Devin.
Brianna Hannikin, our big deal of the game. And next, we're going to bring in our Pine River Family Market star of the game. Oh, wait, star of the game. Sorry, I'm mixing them up. Our star of the game is going to be Ella Dahl, a sophomore. 12 points, a couple of threes in the second half. The second half, the offense got rolling a lot better than the first half. Did it feel like it was simply the shots falling, or did you guys concentrate on a couple of things to get more open looks in the second half?
Honestly, I think the shots did fall a lot better, but I think that our movement was good. We were swinging the ball good and getting open really fast, which was good.
Defensively, you caused so many turnovers, and the interesting part was it seemed like Blackduck was a team that was a little susceptible to that. Did you get a sense even before the game or especially early that this was a team that you could make sure you could turn them over?
Yeah, when we watch film and stuff before, we see that I just feel like right when we went out there, our heads were up because last night we lost, but I think that we were just really looking to be aggressive and just to steal the ball. And Laura and I talk really good up front, same with Sawyer, and I'm not sure, we just have good chemistry up there to steal it, and we watch it.
You're up 5 at the half. They hit a big 3 to go into the half. It can be such a huge momentum swing. You're laughing already with this question. What was the talk like? What was the feeling going to the locker room after they kind of got that big momentum boost?
It was kind of like an oh shoot moment. Like she made it, so then we went in the locker room. We were like, we need to keep our heads up and we need to come out with even more momentum than they will. So.
Well, then you got off to a pretty good start. I mean, you got that lead into double figures. Was the talk amongst the players, and especially with Coach Shealy, just to, once you got that lead, just make sure you're keeping the pressure on them to, really not let them have any chance of a comeback?
Yeah, we talked about not letting our guard down at all when we got back out there, and especially, even if we were up, we were not going to stoop down at all or, take stuff easy.
A nice win on a Friday night. Got a couple of big shots to fall in the second half to help kind of propel the lead. Ella, great game, fun game, and congratulations on a nice win.
Thank you.
Our Pine River Family Market star of the game, Ella Dahl for the PRB Tigers. And now we're going to talk about Enbridge Ibring, the energy player of the game. And that's going to be Kaylee Johnson. And coming off the bench, a lot of times bench players, they're meant to provide the spark. You were flying everywhere tonight. Is that something that you're just a lot more comfortable with now, is getting out there and just letting it all loose?
Tucker always tells me just to keep my pressure on and just come off fire and look for the steals. He likes my anticipation. I know that I can go for those steals with the backside help with my team, so I trust my team enough to be able to do that.
How far do you think you've come from the start of the season to now, especially when it comes to that anticipation factor?
I think I've came a long way, but once again, without my team, I wouldn't be comfortable enough to do that.
I know that when I was talking with Coach Shealy before the game, he had mentioned attacking the basket a little bit more, and we saw that both, of course, with the starters and with you as the subs, especially when the shots outside aren't falling. How important is it for you guys to make sure you're taking those drives, getting those passes, and getting the shots down inside the lane?
Tucker always tells us that we need to drive more. It gets other teams in foul trouble. It gets their post in foul trouble. It makes them go deeper into their bench. Maybe they're not as strong as us on their bench. So it helps us when guards and posts drive and get those fouls called.
Another thing that I thought the Tigers did exceptionally well tonight was rebound. And it's another one where I think when the shots aren't falling, offensive rebounds become more important, especially cashing them in. What are the focal points for this team when it comes to attacking the offensive glass?
We're short. We're smaller than most teams. We just got to get in there. We just get in there. We rebound. We always know that our guards will be out there for the outlet, so we just go with it.
It's a big win, and again, it's fun to go into the weekend after a victory. And I can just sense from talking to all three of you, you kind of have the drive and the thought that this win is going to propel this team to some big things down the stretch. How much do you see a win like this doing for this team?
I think it's going to help us a lot. I mean, we go and we play some good teams next week. We're going to need the momentum. Just going to go have a good practice on Monday, and we're going to run through some stuff and go get it.
Yeah, big one coming up on Tuesday with the rematch with Nevis. Good luck. Of course, congratulations on a fun win and your award tonight.
Thank you.
Kaylee Johnson, our Enbridge Ibring, the energy player of the game, as we'll come back and wrap things up. Actually, we'll see if we can get Coach Shealy up here for the interview as well, as the PRB Tigers get the win 64-48 over the Blackduck Drakes tonight here on KLKS and YourLiveEvent.com.
Classrooms and the tests. It's about making new friends, trying something different, and discovering your purpose. It's about getting involved, supporting your community, and joining the conversation. It's about learning, growing, and finding your passion. This is not your average classroom. This is the University of Minnesota Crookston.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
Sub Excavating LLC, online at subexcavating.com.
Devin Kruger back with you. Tucker Shealy, I know he's got some youngins at home. He might have skipped out on me, but a nice win for the PRB Tigers. Looking at the scoreboard again, the PRB boys, they lose in a close one tonight, 61-58. At the Mid-State Conference Wrestling Tournament, the final Mid-State Conference Wrestling Tournament, it was on yourliveevent.com, so you can go back and watch it, of course, being on the YouTube platform. Staples Motley, the Mid-State Conference champions, road crew for Pequot Lakes Pine River-Backus, finished second over in Aiken this evening. Other girls basketball scores, they saw Bertha Hewitt top Pillager tonight, 59-49. Little Falls over Osakis, 44-35. On the boys' side, Barnum beat McGregor 83-44. Crosby Ironton topped Hinckley Finlayson 87-60. Tomorrow on KLKS Radio, a big girls basketball matchup as Pequot Lakes, ranked number 8 in Class AA, is heading to Virginia to take on Rock Ridge. That one a 5:40 pregame. Rock Ridge, by the way, is ranked number 9 in AAA. 5:40 the pregame right here on KLKS Talk 100. Our broadcast tonight was also brought to you by Trustworthy Components and Plumbing, etc. And that's going to do it from us. Pine River-Backus High School, 26-21 at the half. Pine River-Backus, a big second half, outscoring the Drakes 38-27 as Pine River-Backus gets the win by the final 64-48. The Tigers go to 6-9 overall, 4-3 in Northwoods Conference play. Blackduck falls to 9-7 overall, 3-4 in the Northwoods Conference. Check the upcoming broadcast schedule for radio and your live event at rjbroadcasting.com. Yourliveevent.com has the full YLE schedule coming up, so make sure you check those out. Stay warm tonight. The heat wave is coming next week. Enjoy your weekend from all of us at R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, yourliveevent.com, and just homegrown local radio. We bid you a good night. 64-48, the Tigers get the win tonight. We wish you a great weekend. I'm Devin Kruger. Let's do this again.